This tutorial is designed to help you organize your files and folders. That might be on your USB stick, it might be at home, it might be on a portable hard drive or on your student designated hard drive. This is important to stay organized. A lot of your evidence that you're going to submit to your teachers will be digital, and you need to be able to figure out where that stuff is, and your teachers also need to know who the stuff belongs to once you hand it in. So this will help you out with that. As always, if I need some help, I go to TAFE-TasmaniaCreativeArts.com website, and I can browse through all the available handouts that I can download or video tutorials that I can watch, or I can go to this menu down the side. So I think what I might do today is I'll have a look. Here it is. It's Organising Your Files and Folders. I'll click Read More. This will open a page that will give us a bit of a shortcut as to how we might organise our files and folders. I can scroll down, there's a video, and also there's a handout. If I click this handout, it opens up a handout that talks us through organising files and folders. It's sort of a companion to this video tutorial, and that's something that you can either print out or you can just view on another monitor perhaps, or on the same monitor while you're organising your files and folders. So it's pretty helpful. So for now I'm just going to put this over here. Beautiful. Okay, so first of all I'm just going to open up Windows Explorer to a blank folder. This is to simulate having a blank USB stick or a blank hard drive. So there's nothing in it at the moment. I've got down the left hand side here all of my sort of top level directories. A lot of these are shortcuts up the top, and down here we've got sort of different devices that are connected to the computer, and you can see that whenever you see a little triangle like this and you click it, it will open up and show you what's inside that nested folder. Okay, so at the moment I'm sitting inside this folder that's on my desktop, and it's just called Demo, and it's just for this demonstration purpose. So the first thing I might do, if this was my blank USB stick and I was a student, I'd create a folder. We're going to use folders to help us organize all the different bits of information. So if I right click my mouse and I go down to New and go Folder, it will create a new folder here, and it's asking me what I'd like to call it. So what I'd do for this, I'd probably call it Your Name. Okay, obviously that's your name, not the word your name. If I click or double click inside this folder, it will open up to be inside this Your Name folder, and then what I might do is I'm going to create a new folder again, and I'm going to call this one Ceramics. This is going to be the folder that I put all of my ceramics work into. I'm going to create another folder, and I'm going to call this one Photography. That's going to be for all my photography stuff. I'll just do one more. This one might be for admin. Whoa, terrible typer. Admin. And I'll tell you what, we will just do one more, because also we might have personal stuff. And that's okay. That just means that I've got my school stuff here in photography and ceramics. I've got any administration stuff up here, and my personal stuff, emails and bits and pieces, might be inside this folder, or just mucking around stuff. So inside folders you can create other folders. So let's have a little look inside the photography folder. What I could do is I could create a new folder that's just called Assignments. I could create a folder that I call Resources. I'm just making these things up. Obviously you can create them called whatever is relevant to you. So Assignments, Resources, Handouts, and that might be an and you know what, sometimes, because I'm a little bit I've got lots of things going on inside these folders, sometimes I just have a folder called Stuff, and that's just for anything else that doesn't fit into these items. You could also call it Miscellaneous if you wanted to. So what we've been able to show here is that inside a folder called Demo, we've got a folder with your name. That means if your USB stick gets lost, you'll be able to find it. Inside here we've got ceramics, photography, personal, admin folders, and inside our photography we've created assignment, handouts, resources, and a folder called Stuff. So we've got a nice little spread of folders with meaningful names. That means that we're going to be able to find our gear. The last piece of the puzzle is actually, we've created the folder structure. Now we need to think about the name of our files. Now these files could be all different types of files. It might be an Excel file, which is a spreadsheet. It might be a Word document. It might be a JPEG, which is an image. It could be all sorts of things. So this will be dependent on the work that you're handing in. And your teachers will help you decide the format of some of these documents. But let's pretend now that I've got a Word document here that I need to submit to the teacher, and they need to know who I am, because obviously if a teacher's getting 20 different assignments that are all in the same format, they need to be able to tell those assignments apart. So the first thing I do, and this is just a little bit of housekeeping, is inside my Word document, if I double click up the top here, it opens something called a header, which is something that appears on each page, and I might just write my name and my teacher's name. And you can obviously spell that correctly if you want to. You can obviously write anything you like up here, your subject or anything. And if we double click inside the document, that will be at the top of every single page we create. So our teachers are going to know when they're reading this document who it belongs to. But I also need to save my details in the file name of this document, because before a teacher opens it, it'd be good if they had an idea of who it was from and what it is. So when I've created this document, and let's just pretend I've finished now, this is the only thing I'm handing in, I need to go to File, and I need to go to Save As. You'll do this regardless of whether you're in Photoshop saving a document or whether you're in Excel saving a document. It's always going to be Save As, because you want to save it, but you want to change something about it, and we want to change the name of it. So let's Save As, and let's decide where we want to save it to. So I need to browse to the exact folder that I want to save it to, and for the purpose of this demonstration I'm going to be in photography. This is going to be an assignment. This is going to be my photography assignment, I think. So what I might do is I might write assignment 1, because I maybe have a number of assignments in this particular subject. And then what I can do is I can put an underscore, which is just a way of putting a space. It's really important not to use spaces or special characters in here. You can use an underscore or a dash, or you can just run all your words in together. And there's an example of that over here when we have a look at the handout. Sorry, I'll just drag this over. If we have a look, these are examples of file names that we might use down here. So it could be assignment 1, it could be the subject in the middle, and then your name. You might run all of those words in together without a hyphen, or you might use a hyphen in the middle. So these are just examples of different types of files and ways that you might be able to name them. Obviously, whoops, I've put a space in that one. That's a bit of a no-no. That's a naughty one for me. Anyway, that's okay. Okay, so let's do this one. Actually, it's called, this is in case it gets lost somewhere, someone's going to know it's assignment 1 for photography, and my name is Ian Wallace. Now that is all one word and all lowercase, but do you know what, I've capitalized the first letter of each of these words, so that's going to be quite easy for a teacher to find and be able to understand what this document is. So I could have easily, if that troubles you to do that, you could put a little underscore in between each of those things, and that's just as appropriate. And I'm going to make sure I'm in the right place, which I am, and I'm going to push save. Let's go and have a look. So inside my your name folder, inside photography and inside assignments, I've got a document here that's called assignment 1 photography Ian Wallace. That's my teacher will know the subject, my teacher will know which assignment it is, and my teacher will know the student that's handed this work in.